What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Married with Media. We're here for another live stream event. It's been a little bit since we've done one of these.
It has been.
Since
I guess
Halloween Kills.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say before that though, it was when we picked out our 13 movies.
Yep, our 13 movies was before that, and then we did the Halloween Kills right in the middle of October. Now we're back again to do the wrap up on the month.
Yep, we felt like we needed to just talk about it.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Digest everything. Maybe we'll have some differing opinions than our instant reactions, because all of those ones that we filmed, like we literally filmed them right after we were done watching them in most cases.
Except for Poltergeist, yeah.
Except for Poltergeist. So those were like just very fresh opinions.
Yeah.
All of them, but 3 I had already seen, but all of them were first time watches for you.
Right.
So overall, just off the top of your head, how was the experience of watching all these movies? Overall.
So overall, it was fun. I feel like, making a list and, feeling like you need to, like you have to complete it. I feel like that, it makes sure that you get some movies watched.
Somebody commented on my fresh haircut.
Yep. I finally persuaded him to take time and go get a haircut, guys. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like in just like a normal situation, we would not watch that many movies.
No.
And so that definitely gave us like a reason
and like
to
you said, it was
watch a bunch of them.
On top of that, we were also watching TV shows. We watched all of Squid Game in the month of October, which we haven't even got a chance to talk about, but I do at some point. We won't do it tonight, but
I know.
We finished Midnight Mass, I think, in October. We're watching Succession, Morning Show,
right.
A few other shows. Chucky, we were watching in October. So
a lot going on. So it was definitely challenging.
Yeah.
Because Ken is our editor, and so as you know, he's got his own channel, and I'm sure it was a lot for you.
Yeah, I mean, those kind of reactions weren't too bad. We didn't mess up too much. We kind of just kind of let it fly.
Yeah, he's a pro, so
yeah,
you did good.
We got 7 people in here watching us.
Okay,
I want to address the chat real quick.
Right.
We got Lapke Visions here. He says, "What's up, Married Media? What's up, man?" It says, "Nice haircut. Thank you." Everybody comments on my haircut. I go so long without getting a haircut.
It's super noticeable.
That when I get one, it's very jarring for people.
Yeah, because you pretty much shave it off.
Yeah.
So,
Ken and Michelle, my partner, and I loved your 13 days of Halloween. It inspired us to do the same. We had a blast watching y'all's videos. Michelle, your reactions were the best. Thank you so much, Chase. I appreciate that. That was a pretty successful event for us. All the videos did pretty well.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I would like to maybe do more of in the future. It doesn't have to all be horror, but I would like to do more of like the first time watching. And of course, we did it in our own way. I know we got some comments from people like, this isn't a first time watch.
Oh, yeah.
We aren't that skilled yet in our YouTube, I guess, career.
Yeah.
Career here on YouTube to be able to do those professional first time watches.
Right. Someone had commented that it was clickbait because a first time watch is like when you get to see the film and then us reacting to like, different parts of it and stuff. And so ours was definitely more of a review type video. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, we don't take it that seriously.
It was your first time watch for each one. Now, for me, it wasn't for a lot of them. But
well,
for you,
they weren't giving us crap for first time watches. They were giving us crap for calling it a reaction.
Well, most of them are called watches, first time watches.
Oh, okay.
So they call it, the professional YouTubers that do them. But
you gotta love the haters,
Yeah,
it's like
it's our way, it's our reaction. Let us do what we want.
Come on, it's funny, but
13 is a good amount to watch for strictly horror. Yeah, and I watched like 40 something movies this
week. we knew that we couldn't do 31. There is no way in hell that we would have made that.
No way.
We barely made 13. Like, we barely.
We watched how many in the last few days?
like 5.
Yeah, we watched 5 in like the last 3 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely stretched it down. Luckily, I was on vacation, so it was a little bit easier to do.
Right. I think that's literally the only thing that saved us.
Yeah, and I knew that was coming. That's why I knew I could hold off. But
Right.
Maria says, "Hi guys, awesome October. Thank you for being here, Maria." 4KD Rays in the chat. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Says hi. Delated Entertainment says, "Any watch-alongs you plan on doing? Watch the Halloween replay with Alex Thomas, and that was real fun." Yeah, we talked about doing watch-alongs together for sure. But I don't know. It's just a matter of like picking the movie that we want to do it for.
Yeah. And I mean, we've talked about it before. It's kind of hard to do lives because I feel like we say this all the time, but we have kids. And so keeping especially our like younger daughter entertained while we do this is kind of tricky, but
yeah, so we can only usually go live for an hour. So as long as maybe you'll have to walk away or something, we could do them, or I could walk away,
or it would have to be like on a Wednesday during the day when nobody could probably
and
watch.
It would also need to be a movie that we're both very familiar with. Like I could see us maybe doing a watch along for Beetlejuice or something like that. Maybe like an older movie that we both know very well. Yeah, it's probably not going to be a movie that we've only seen once because we want to be able to talk, while we're doing it. And it just
I feel like we could think of something
like with the Halloween one. That was super easy to do because I know that movie by heart.
With Alex.
Yeah. Movies and Train Studio says, what's up, man? Happy you could be here. People are just peanut butter and jealous, says Marky Jones. Yeah, you're exactly right.
I like that.
Movies and Train Studio says, I watched 40 movies for Halloween. It was a lot of fun, but dang, it was fun. It was a lot, but dang, it was fun to do. Yeah.
Nice.
It's always cool watching a lot of horror during Halloween. Also, is Michelle's hair different as well? Maybe a darker color. Did you dye your hair?
It's not. It's still kind of wet from my shower, so I don't know. I think it's the lighting too. So
yeah,
definitely no color here.
Delated Entertainment says watch-alongs are great for movies we've seen more than once for sure. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started here because we do have 13 movies to go through and just kind of reflect on. We'll go through them briefly. Not gonna spend too much time on each one, but. We do have 16 people in here watching us right now. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Please hit the like button if you're in here. It definitely helps out the stream. So the first one we're going to talk about is Sleepaway Camp. And we watched this on my birthday, October 2nd. Woke up.
So did you decide to just go like in order?
Oh, I'm going in order. And then after this, we're going to rank them.
Oh, no. I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, yeah. We're going to rank them together.
I just wanted to do like some favorites and then least favorites.
Oh no, we're gonna go through these one by one. We don't like I said, we don't have to spend too much time on them, but
when you do ranking videos, you go live for like 3 hours.
No, that was a tournament. That was completely different. This is not a tournament. We just have to go through these one by one.
Okay.
And we're gonna start with Sleepaway Camp. Hold on a second. I got a special image to show. There you go. That's your girl right there.
You could have shown me, but
I don't have that thumbnail up. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
What do you think about that ending? Let's talk about the ending.
I mean, I talked about this in the review.
What about this woman right here?
Yeah.
What do you think of her?
I can't. Well, like I talked about in the review, when we did the video, the ending did not shock me because you had told me about it.
Yeah.
So that like really like shock factor that I guess you experienced was not there for me.
All right, I gotta quit. I can tell I'm getting on your nerves.
Yeah, the whole live stream is going to be Ken just popping up images of people and being stupid. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. That movie, as far as like, comparing it to like all the other ones that we watched, I mean, I did like it was fun. It definitely wasn't one of my favorites though.
Really? You came off that movie very high, though. You were like, that was a lot of fun. You liked it. I remember.
Really? I mean...
I feel like when we get to everything and we're putting it in order, I feel like you're going to feel differently.
Well, I mean, to be fair, though, it was the first movie that we watched.
Yeah, that is true.
So...
But I just remember, like, you were really positive on that one.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was fine. It was fine. It was fun or whatever. I feel like I said that about a lot of movies that we watched.
Yeah.
But I mean, with horror, I feel like that's kind of like the point,
Yeah.
like to be fun and scary and whatever. But like, um, with Sleepaway Camp, there were just some like a lot of cringe in it. Like just
It's very what I would say is intentionally cheesy. I think they knew what they were doing.
yeah,
But
maybe. And just like that, I just like still think about that guy that worked
oh
there.
yeah. Yeah. The
He
what
was
does he
just
say
like
about the
he
baldies or
was just
whatever?
gross. He like saw the young kids getting off and he's
Yeah.
like I forget what he
That's the
said.
kind of he said something about fresh meats here or something.
Yeah.
Like I love the baldies or something. It was something.
Yeah, it
I
was
forget
it
what he
was
says. Somebody can
pretty
put it in the chat if you guys
yeah.
can remember.
It's like,
If
you
you
know,
sick freaks out there can remember what that guy said.
it's like, like I'm not like super sensitive to that kind of stuff, but like even for me, that was like pretty gross. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like can we not do
Yeah,
that?
he was a creep of the highest
Because I
order.
mean, these kids getting off the bus look like they were like 9 and 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like, that's
I do
gross.
appreciate that aspect of it because in a lot of these camp slashers, they like Friday the 13th, they're all like mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that they have actual kids in the camp.
Yeah.
Or not like kids,
But I
but like they're
mean,
probably 15, 16.
with those though, I mean, don't they like concentrate more on the counselors?
Yeah, so Friday the 13th is mostly counselors, but some of the Friday the 13th does have kids in them.
Yeah.
But even when they have kids in them, they don't kill. Jason doesn't kill the kids, and in this one, you're getting
Right,
actual
because
kids
like
being killed.
yeah, because like he's pissed at counselors because they let him drown, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the story
So anyway,
of Jason.
yeah.
So, yeah, I love Sleepaway Camp. I love it more and more every time I watch it. It's it's becoming one of my personal favorites. So one more time before we get out of here, and then we'll move on.
I hope that someone out there is
Well,
laughing about that.
Yeah, we can get to the
'cause I'm
chat
not.
here in a second after these two. We'll do two at a time, and then we'll go to the chat. So now we got a cool little scarecrow image. Cool little scarecrow image to show scary stories to tell in the dark. We watched this one with the kids.
We did, yeah.
Our daughter enjoyed it. She was obsessed with it for like a week.
Yeah, she watched it like I don't know 2 more times.
Yeah,
or something.
She stole my steel book and took it upstairs and played it on the Xbox for like a week.
This movie was again pretty fun.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. But I did like whenever they actually got into the stories, I did enjoy the stories. I thought that they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a good movie. It's like I said, and when we talked about it, it's like a Goosebumps.
Yeah, I feel like it's like
movie.
a little bit above Goosebumps.
Another funny story with it. Our son being the chicken that he is, he got up and walked out 45 minutes and he couldn't even handle scary stories.
But then like whenever our daughter went to like watch it again, he like got more curious about it. He's like, okay, like I guess if she can watch it, maybe I can, but I don't know. But I will say, I might have been like totally late to the game on this, but that movie got me into that one song, The Season of the Witch. I forget who sings it, but I really like that song. And I'm like I'm sure it's been around for, well, I mean, it is. It's from like what, the 70s or something?
Yeah, that's another thing I like about the movie. I forgot about it. I forgot it was set in the 60s. Like for some reason, in my mind, it was like set in modern times. So when we watched it, I like that it was like had that 60s setting and aesthetic. So that was one that, the chat actually helped us pick that night. So it was our last pick. So
it did.
I saw it in the theaters, but that was a first time watch for you. So let's move into I'll address the chat real quick. So we got some people out there talking. We want to talk with the people. That's why we're doing this.
Yes.
Gus is here, says, hey, Ken and Michelle, like the haircut, Ken. Thank you so much, Gus. I feel like I'm gonna be getting haircut compliments all night. It's okay. Lapkey Vision says, ha ha ha. Let hour 1 of 3 begin. I think they were there that night.
Were they? Yeah.
It was a rough night. I was nuts by the end of it. Deleted Entertainment gives us a symbol. She looks like a grandma Katy Perry.
Who does? Me?
I think you do.
I don't think they mean me.
No, I don't know what. I think they might have been talking about the woman I pulled up, possibly. Deleted
Oh yeah,
Entertainment.
yeah.
Owen Movie 75 says recently watched Sleepaway Camp. It's not the best. The dialogue is very cheesy, but the characters are charming and it's fun. I agree. Is Michelle a horror fan or a casual horror watcher? I would say casual horror
Yeah,
watcher.
yeah, for sure.
That leans into a horror fan. I think that you like horror. Like
Yeah.
you're down to watch like horror, but mostly you want to watch the new horror movies.
Yeah, like I'm not like scared of horror movies, or I'm not like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm scared." I mean, I do like them. I'm just like I'm not the type of person to want to watch them all the time.
Yeah.
Like you are.
It's
Um,
very rare that I can get you to go back and watch old horror movies from the 70s and 80s and 90s. So
yeah.
I was having a ball with this.
Yeah,
The
so I
13
mean,
Days of
yeah, that
Horror.
was another good thing about this is I was watching stuff that I would not normally
Yeah.
gravitate
Usually you'll
to.
watch horror, but it has to be like something
Newish, yeah.
newer or something that you're a little more familiar with.
Right.
Just wondering.
Yep.
James Earl Jones' dad played the cook, I believe. Well, that's interesting.
Nice.
Are you guys still covering Succession? We're watching it, but we got to episode 2? You weren't really digging it that much.
Yeah, so we have not watched episode 3 yet. I thought episode 2 was very boring.
I thought it was still good.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I'm just like, what is happening? I just feel like they're kind of going in circles and talking about the same shit.
yeah, it's one of these things where I think we've kind of decided that our model for covering shows and stuff is we'll cover like the first episode of maybe a couple shows that come out around the same time.
Yeah.
And then like whatever we're interested in like covering episode by episode, that's what we'll continue on doing, which turned out to be Chucky.
Yeah, it's just I felt like
And it didn't really feel like many people were interested in that.
I mean, yeah, we don't have a ton of people. Well, to be fair, we've only done one video, but we didn't have a ton of people that watched it. So
yeah.
I'm not really sure if I don't know. I felt like it was a big show, but anyway, I don't know. I just felt like episode 2, like there wasn't really anything to talk about. Whereas with Chucky, I feel like it's fun to talk about and we're both
Yeah.
liking it. And so, so we'll see what happens.
We just like to kind of graze the different shows.
Yeah, I'm sure
we only have
that-
time to cover one show,
Right.
episode by episode. So we decided on it being Chucky.
Yeah. And, it is always nice to just like watch stuff to watch it.
Yeah.
And not have to talk about it, which right now that show for us is mostly the morning show.
Yeah, we're still watching the morning show. We're still watching
which I feel like I feel like I could talk about the morning show, especially with this last episode. But anyway,
well, we can still talk. We can talk about them both, but like maybe one video when they're done, just like a wrap up of the
it's like
season.
there is just, I mean, there's just like literally not enough time.
And then like everything just came at once, like Succession, morning show, Chucky, all within the midst of us doing the 13 Days of Horror. And it was just, it was a lot.
And
we still haven't talked about Dune either. We watched that too, and we didn't really do anything for that. But that movie was very underwhelming for me. Scary Stories. Yeah. It's, you have to kind of know what you're getting yourself into with it, I guess.
Right.
Scary Stories surprised me for PG-13 horror. Great question, Side Hustle. I'm loving this season of Succession. Hopefully it picked up with episode 3. You haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Was expecting a lot more. Saw it with my sister in Texas. Reminded me of Final Destination. I was a huge fan of the book of Scary Stories and wish they would have done it as an anthology. Where's My Toe is my favorite from the book, and I thought it was the best part in the movie.
Yeah.
It was definitely gross.
Yeah, our daughter loved that part. Yeah. And I mean, they didn't really show that like old woman very long, but I mean, she was pretty freaky.
Yeah.
And it was creepy, like hearing her voice like, where's my toe? And like, it was fun. Yeah.
Lana Del Rey sang the song Season of the Witch.
No, the rendition.
I don't know. Or the rendition.
That means like a remake, not the original.
Yeah.
That's like a current artist.
Rev 4K's in there and he says Jam. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Space Jam? Scary
No.
Stories was good. Just not sure when or if I'd watch it again.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it when I
Yeah.
saw it. But then again, I bought it on 4K, so I guess I plan
Yeah.
on watching it again. That symbol was a typo, Ken. Sorry. Oh, you're all good, man. Ken, you got me in the mood to watch some Paranormal Activity movies. Yeah, I really enjoyed watching one and 3 the
live
other
on
night.
Instagram.
Going live on Instagram. That was fun. I'm laughing. I haven't seen Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, it's a crazy movie. Definitely check it out. Same Owen. You should really do more Instagram lives watching movies. Love those. Yeah, I can do that because they're very easy to do. I could literally just
Back
sit
in
there
the
on
day,
couch.
that's literally what he used to do.
Yeah, I used to go live on Instagram.
He would go live on Instagram, yeah, before
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. Maria Elena Garcia says Scary Stories is creepy. Is the Phantom of the Mall any good? I haven't seen Phantom of the Mall, I guess. I pre-ordered Phantom of the Mall as a blind buy, so I hope it's good. Yeah, I've hopefully got it coming in soon. I think it comes out this month. All right, let's go to Firestarter. What did you think of Firestarter? Any thoughts on that?
All right,
Drew Barrymore right there.
Yeah, this was definitely one of my least favorites that we watched. It was just like very underwhelming.
It's very long too.
Very long, kind of boring. The dad, which was one of the main actors, he was not very good.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't know. I just didn't love it.
It's one of the movies I like probably the first 45 minutes of it. I think all the action and stuff really happens then.
Mhm.
Like her and the old people on the farm and then the last 15 minutes, of course, she's like going crazy, like blowing everybody
right.
up.
They like really went for it and it just like kept going. And
the whole plot point with Martin Sheen and George C. Scott, how he had to like try to win her over and stuff as like the old like janitor guy in the hotel where they were keeping her. And I didn't really think all that was necessary. They could have cut all of that out, just trimmed it up a little bit, maybe cut it down to like an hour and a half. I think it would have been a more solid movie.
I mean, I think that guy was good.
Yeah, George C. Scott. So
yeah. So I mean, I get wanting to use him, but maybe he should have been the dad or something.
Yeah, maybe he should have. I mean, he's a little old, but yeah, maybe he should have been the dad. But Firestarter's good. It definitely inspired Stranger Things a lot. I think it's pretty much like the same arc for 11 in this one.
Right.
Her parents are like, they create 11 or whatever they do.
Yeah.
In a lab, but she's kind of like born of two people that were
definitely
genetically altered by
similarities.
This stuff. But it's a movie that I don't hate it. I like it, but I liked it a little less, I think, this time around. But
yeah, and I mean, I would never watch it again.
Yeah. Suspiria, this is one you'll probably watch a few more times, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you like this one quite a bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This was one of your favorites.
Yeah, so definitely will not watch this one ever again. It like the music just like killed me. Yeah, that's how I felt watching it.
You turned into Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp when you watched it.
The music was just so annoying and like so distracting. I'm just like I couldn't. I mean,
I can't believe you're saying this. That's like my favorite thing about this movie.
Yeah, but to be fair, you said that you didn't love it the first time you watched it.
I didn't love the movie. I didn't think the acting which the acting still isn't particularly good. It's dubbed and because all the actors are speaking different languages, so it feels kind of wonky. All the performances.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. It's not the scariest movie. I think it has some good atmosphere and stuff, and it definitely kind of creeps you out a little bit in certain parts. But they have always said like the last 12 minutes is like the scariest part of the movie, and to me, it's like when I first saw it, I was like, that's it. But
yeah, the ending is not scary. It's like, okay, cool. Like,
I do think that I do still want to watch the remake with you because I think that you might be more into the remake than this one.
Yeah, I mean,
acting's better, story's better.
It'll definitely be a while before I want to spend my time watching that. But yeah, I mean, I kind of, knew that I wasn't going to love it. I knew that it was definitely one of those artsy, different films. And I mean, I'm just, I can appreciate
Yeah.
that kind of film, but like, I'm not like you, like, as far as getting into all those different types of film. I'm pretty basic, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just like what I like, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, Suspiria is not really a film that you watch, you experience. Suspiria.
Yeah. See, I
You
just
can't
think
watch as an actual movie.
that that's just over my head.
All right. Well, let's get into the one that I think was one of your favorites. And
Yeah, it
that's
was fun.
Return of the
Yep.
Living Dead, which kind of surprised me that you liked that one as much as you did. You got the old Tar Man right there.
Yeah.
Tar
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, I think I talked about it in our review of the movie, but I always loved Return of the Living Dead 3.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that. I know apparently some people think that that's the worst one, which I think is funny
That's
because
what I've heard in some circles, but some people
Yeah.
really like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's because I don't know if I've seen any other ones besides this one, The Return of the Living Dead, and so I guess I didn't have anything to compare it to. But like Return of the Living Dead 3 is like pretty dark and serious. I don't remember there being any humor in it. I'm sure there might have been a little bit, but
Yeah.
anyway. So I don't know if it's because of that I enjoyed this one so much or what, but I don't know. I just thought that it was on the shorter side, right? Which is always a plus for me.
Yeah, I think it was about an hour and a half.
Yeah. And I mean, the combination of funny and
Yeah.
scary or creepy, whatever you want to call it. It's not like it's scary, but like, I don't know.
Had a lot of goofy, just like over the top, just kind of outlandish
Yeah.
characters.
And I mean, we talked about too, like, I enjoyed and thought it was awesome that they used, like, you could tell that they like really put a lot into
The effects.
the effects, yeah, instead of just using like computer CGI crap. And so that's always fun to like go back and watch those older films where they still like put in effort for that, instead
Tar
of
Man right there. He looked just
like it
not
was,
even the way he looked, but like the way he moved.
yeah,
too,
like he
real
was
creepy.
literally, like, you could tell he was a real person, like covered in shit.
Yeah.
Like not actual
and the half
shit,
corpse laying on the table.
Yeah,
really
like that was cool looking too. Like you could probably tell that was like some kind of robotic zombie type
some
thing.
kind of animatronic thing.
Yeah, something, but like it still looked cool and real, and it just, I don't know. Nowadays, it's just like CGI everywhere, and I honestly hate it. But anyway, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I didn't love the one girl that like got all naked and was being all like sexual and like.
But when she turned into a zombie, that was pretty cool.
I mean, she looked weird as a zombie, like completely different. But yeah, she was just like, she like got naked and she's like, she was just like really over the top. She's like, do you ever just think about getting, what did she say? Like ate by like old men?
I don't know.
Do you ever think about getting ate alive by old men? It was like something really off the wall. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's Liana Quigley, I think's her name.
Well, she's Quigley in the head.
She's a pretty big horror icon or horror actress of the 80s.
I think you told me that after the fact. Yeah, I was
which
just
I didn't
like,
even know it was her when we were watching it because she looked so different. But she was in Savage Streets and Night of the Demons. She was in a bunch of movies.
Yeah, it was just it was really actress. Something.
But yeah, anyway. It's kind of like a parody of Night of the Living Dead, but it's also kind of just its own thing too.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
And
it was set in our home state.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. That was funny.
End. Send the missiles to Louisville.
I still really want to watch the third one with you. I just want to know what you think about it.
We got to watch the second one first. Well, let's get into some of the chat real quick. Lapke says, sound good. Yes, it does. You guys should do a 12 Days of Christmas horror or just 12 Days of Christmas. Not everything has to be horror. Yeah, we could. I mean, we could do it 12 Days of Christmas. We'll be watching a lot of them anyway with the kids. So,
Oh,
um,
yeah, well,
12
of
Days of
Christmas
Christmas would,
horror or just 12 Days of Christmas? Gotcha. I mean, like,
we could combine them both, but I'm not a huge fan of.
are there actually like 12 Christmas horror movies?
Oh, it's a whole subgenre of horror
Wow.
is
Okay.
Christmas horror, but
Who
I
knew?
don't love Christmas horror movies, so maybe we could squeeze one Silent Night, Deadly Night in there, but beyond that, it would probably just be regular Christmas movies. But
Yeah.
Chase says, love Michelle's reaction to Suspiria. Have you seen Sleepaway Camp sequels? I don't mind the second one. I like
You
the second
have.
one a lot.
Yeah, I
I haven't
haven't
seen
seen
the third one,
them.
but I like the second one. Return of the Living Dead was one I've seen the most. It was on TV a lot when I was a kid. If my memory serves me correctly, it was more of a horror love story, which is not a bad thing.
Yep.
Part 3, I mean.
Yep, that's right.
Hi, Ken and Michelle. I thought the scene in Halloween Kills where the mob went after that guy in the hospital was ridiculous. How could someone not
I know, right?
what Michael Myers looks like?
Yeah, I think we talked about that in our live stream. Like, that was so annoying.
Yeah.
I was like, come on. This is ridiculous.
Come on. Michelle, you're funny. She thinks you're funny.
Oh my gosh.
Can you guys hear our daughter over there laughing at us?
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me up for a sec.
Do you ever fantasize about being dead? Okay.
Yeah,
it's nothing to do with a man.
Something to that effect.
Kentucky horror fans in the house. Yes, I'm a Kentucky horror fan, and I am in the house.
Are they saying that they're from Kentucky too?
Yeah.
I'll be back, guys. No.
Yeah, this is why we can't go live. Lavgy says, how would they know who Michael Myers looks like? He was locked up for 40 years, and the last time anyone really saw him was 6 years. He was 6 years old. Yeah, I mean, I guess they wouldn't technically know what he looks like, but I don't know. There were some people in that hospital that had seen him, right? And yeah, it just didn't look like him at all. You would think that somebody would have heard it's a dude with the mask going around the neighborhood killing people, but I guess it was really close proximity to the murder, so that's why they did not know. Saw both Suspirias. They're both freaky. They are both freaky. So, all right, let's see. Let's get into the next movie. We watched Misery. Misery is a great movie. Kathy Bates gives a great performance. That is one that I know Michelle really liked a lot. It was definitely one of the better movies that we had watched in our 13 Days of Horror. I would say it's a prestigious film. It's a Oscar-winning film. Kathy Bates won an Oscar for the movie, so it's definitely one of the best movies that we watched in the month for sure. We also watched Silence of the Lambs, which was another one. We watched both of these back to back, which was kind of funny because they're both prestigious horror films. She didn't like this one as much, but liked Misery a whole lot for sure. Let's see. The best kill in Halloween Kills is when he kicks the door and makes that girl shoot herself. Yeah, that was one of them. I watched the first 5 Halloween movies in 2008 for the first time and really liked them. For sure. For sure. Let's see. All right. I'm going to put up my I'll be back banner and go up there real quick because this really doesn't work without Michelle present. So I'll be back in a second. All right, we're back. I think we're back.
This needs to be a alcoholic beverage. Guys,
Let's see. We still got 7 people in here.
Did you say that this is why we can't do live streams?
Yeah, pretty much. Our daughter's something else.
Oh God, she's 7, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, we gotta hurry up and do this.
Still need to get Misery 4K. Everybody think was just.
Oh, hold on. What did
Krampus?
Yes,
now
loved...
Krampus I could get.
I feel like we saw that, didn't we? Krampus. That's with the globe. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, but it's coming out of 4K.
Loved the elderly couple in Misery, the sheriff and his wife.
Yep.
Yes, great characters.
Yep. I was trying to talk about these without you, and then I realized it doesn't work when I don't have you.
Yeah. So I talked about that in our review that we did of it. I loved the old couple. They were like my favorites.
Yeah.
I also talked about this in the review, but just briefly, the old man, the sheriff or whatever, he was in a movie show, limited series or whatever.
Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables. And I used to watch that all the time at my grandma's, not the like remake, but the original one.
Yeah.
That like came out in the 80s or something. Anyway, he was just the sweetest old man. And little fact that I read about him, which is super depressing. So if you want to hear something depressing, but apparently the guy that, do you know what his real name is? Okay. Well, that old guy or whatever, he had cancer and he ended up committing suicide on his ranch, apparently. And that just makes me so sad. But I read that after we watched the movie because I was like, oh, I wonder.
Way to bring the mood down.
I know. It was super sad, though, because he just seemed like, the sweetest old man.
I know a lot of people in our comments for that review said that we should have talked about the sledgehammer scene.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I guess.
That's the iconic scene.
I know. I guess like it wasn't that big of a deal to me. I don't know.
It was a big moment.
Yeah, but it's just like so quick, Yeah,
it is. And she only shows, you only get to see the first foot and then they cut away from the second.
Yeah. One. And I mean, it was like really obviously intense. Like you saw his like foot, like, yeah. But it's just, I don't know. I guess that's not like something that like stuck with me. Is that weird?
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
I don't know.
But Kathy Bates is great. Look at her right there. Look at that psychotic face. Who gives the best psychotic face? Kathy Bates
or me?
Or Felissa Rose right here.
Kathy Bates.
Okay. Let's move on to Silence of the Lambs. I talked about that a little bit, but
yeah.
I just talked about how we watched both of these movies. They're both like prestigious Oscar-nominated movies. We watched those back to back.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a weird thing in the middle. It felt like we were watching like prestige movies, like right in the middle of all these schlocky B horror films.
Oh yeah. Well, Silence of the Lambs, it was good, but it was a very slow burn.
Lamb stop screaming.
It was a very slow burn. I feel like didn't really love. Is it Judy or Jodie? Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster.
Jodie
My name
Foster.
is Jodie Foster, and I'm
her
here to
country.
This case.
Yeah, her country accent annoyed me. My God, guys, I can't. I'm already irritated. Can you just not add to it?
Yeah. I'm just giving you my best Jodie Foster impression.
Yeah. So.
It's a great movie. Don't undersell it. It's a great movie. Everybody loves Silence of the Lambs.
Well, I'm allowed to not love it.
No, you love it. Move on.
Why are you acting like you love it?
I do love it.
I don't remember you saying you loved it in our review.
No, there's some things about it that feels a little played out, I guess, at this point. Not played out, but just like.
Oh, you're talking about how people make fun of it and stuff.
Yeah, how people make fun of it and stuff like that. So it's like that always, I talked about that in my Scream review I just did. It's like when something parodies something else so much and it's like I've seen it so much after.
Yeah.
I can't help but think of that when I'm watching the actual movie and it just kind of takes me out of it a little bit. But Silence of the Lambs is a great movie. I don't think it's a masterpiece. It's not in my top 5 horror films of all time.
Yeah.
It's still a great movie.
Yeah.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. You ready to talk about this one?
Yeah. So this movie was just, out there. It was definitely like, what am I watching?
Rocky.
It was just so weird and like, I don't know. I was just like, wow. And the whole musical aspect of it, like it was, we talked about this. It was just a true musical. And so it was just one song after the next with hardly any break. And so that was kind of a little much for me. But yeah, I don't know. It was just the story was just so
It's kind of like a classic monster movie type story. Like
monster.
like a Frankenstein. Because he, creates a man.
Yeah, but it
Brings
was
him to
just
life.
it was more of like a comedy to me.
It has comedic elements too.
Like making it was kind of like they're making fun of the fact like about creating the perfect man or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, it was just I know we got a comment. I wish I could remember the name. But he talked about how what is his name? Dr.
Frankenfurter.
Yeah, the name Frankenfurter. He just said like in the LB, I'm not gonna say it right. The LBQ. Can you please say it?
I'm not helping you off this ledge.
Come on, just say it.
LBGTQ.
Hopefully we said that right. Community. He said that, Dr. Frankenfurter's character was like, really? Are you embarrassed?
No.
Okay. He said that did you see that comment? Do you know the comment I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He just said that character was like really like iconic and inspirational to the community because, he was very confident in who he was and everything. And I can totally see that. Like, I mean, he kills this.
Yeah, Tim Curry.
Like he's amazing.
Given 125%.
Yeah, like he's like, there's no denying that he was fantastic in this movie. And like having seen him in other things before this, like It and Home Alone. Home Alone 2, right?
Clue.
Yeah, see, I don't remember that one, if I've even seen that. But it's like I can't imagine like having seen this movie and watching him and other stuff and being able to see anything else about him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like such a,
Yeah,
the
I always
lipstick
thought of this whenever I watched him in anything.
But yeah, I mean, he was fantastic. He definitely owned it. But like even besides that, like I didn't like when we did our reaction or whatever. Like I didn't want like it's kind of one of those things where like you don't want your reaction or review about it to like make people think that you're like against those type of people or something. Like gay people or whatever. Like it wasn't. I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Like I felt like it could be a touchy subject or something. I was like, I really hope that this doesn't come across wrong. But it's like it wasn't even like about that. It was just the story and the whole like alien thing and just all the weird
problem
people
with the movie is that I really love the music for like the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And I feel like the music in the second half isn't as strong. So if I just have to go off of the story alone, like I can't stay engaged and entertained, but I'm more entertained by all the musical numbers like in the first 45 minutes. So when they start to dip in quality and the songs just aren't as good.
Well, like also we talked about how like we felt like they kind of like stopped or staggered with the story. And it felt like they weren't really telling the story anymore. And then I don't know, the whole pool scene, and it's just like, what is happening? But anyway, we better continue on here. But
yeah, and it's also kind of set up like a stage play because that's
right.
Like
like everyone said, like you have to see this like in person or like with a group of people or something. It's more fun, and I'm sure that it is, like for sure. But
yeah, I'm trying to look at. I won't spoil it in my review. If you want some Commonwealth horror love, Tragedy Girls, The Clovefish Killer, Stranger Spray Night, Rust Take All Shots.
We saw The Clovefish Killer.
We know because the Clovefish Killer was actually filmed. We noticed a grocery store that we go at in The Clovefish Killer. And when I watched it, I'm like, is that the?
No.
not gonna say what it is.
Don't take credit for that. I noticed that.
Is that what you said?
I literally worked there.
Okay. Well, we're
there
married,
was
so
a
what you
s-
say, I say.
no.
Okay.
There was a scene in the Clovehitch Killer, and when I saw it, it was like having deja vu or something,
Yeah,
because
you
I
actually
used to
worked there.
work at this
I
place.
forgot that you worked there.
Yeah, in high school. And I was like, what the? I'm like, that literally looks like blank.
Yeah.
Blank.
I didn't know
And so
Strangers
we
Prey at
like did
Night
a
was
really quick
here, though.
Google, and we're like, holy shit, like that was
Well,
filmed
now
here.
you can see it when he walks out and looks into the parking lot. You can see the McDonald's over there. And
Yeah.
it's like, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
all
yeah.
like very familiar.
It was
So
crazy,
it
but
was
I'm
weird.
like,
But
that is
I
so
thought
cool.
that was a really good movie, though. Lappy says, I would love to stay in the Airbnb at the Buffalo Bill filming house.
That'd be cool.
Michelle is not having it. Haha.
Guys, if you just knew what I deal with.
RHPS has never been a movie I wanted to see.
Oh, Rocky Horror. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I had a friend who was in the stage show of it, and the audience was talking about back at the show, like they were part of it, and it was super lost. And I was super lost.
Yeah. It's really something.
Are you guys going to see Last Night Soho? I want to see it.
We would love to, yeah, but we need a babysitter, so I don't know.
I mean, even Wednesday, like we could have went Wednesday, but I looked at the times. They
Yeah.
didn't have it showtime till 1 o'clock. So
Yeah,
we
I know.
couldn't even have saw it.
Yeah, they like literally had 2 showtimes when I looked, and I'm like, what is this? But yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys excited to see Nico return the Chucky show? That's Brad Dourif's daughter, right? I think that's Fiona Dourif, the girl from Cursed Chucky. Yeah, I'm excited to see some legacy characters show up for sure. Rocky Horror is better experience with communal viewing. Yeah, probably. Like I said, I used to have fun with it when I was a kid. I know you thought it was weird that I watched it when I was a kid, but
yeah, very weird.
I don't like Anya Taylor-Joy. I like Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't like.
She is definitely like, she has a, like, her facial features. She has a very unique look to her.
Yeah.
Which, you know, when you're an actress, I guess that's a good thing because you want to stand out and be different. But I mean, like she can be good. Like I mean, the Queen's Gambit was fantastic.
Yeah, you weren't big on her until the Queen's Gambit.
Right, yeah.
Like I have been for a while just because I love The Witch. I think she's great in The Witch.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that was like one thing.
Yeah,
You act
she's
like you
in
saw her in
Splits, and she was in a couple.
Yeah,
other
but I don't
things.
think you liked her in those things. Did you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had some stinkers like Morgan. And
Stinkers.
There was a couple other ones. I think was she in the Cure for Wellness? I think maybe she wasn't, but I certainly like, as far as up and coming actresses, I like her better than Florence Pugh. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, but my friend was in the state. I already read that. Did you watch Queen's Gambit, Gus? It was great. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, you have to watch it. If it will turn you around on her as an actress.
Yeah,
sure.
it's great.
Laughing, Emma, Ken, we are married, so whatever you say, I say. Yeah, exactly. That's how it works in my memory. I don't know about you guys. So Poltergeist 2. You have anything to say about Poltergeist 2?
Poltergeist 2 was...
Yeah, creepy old man, Reverend Kane.
Yeah, it was just meh. Like I did not like it as much as the first one. I felt like this one was just I don't know, it was lacking. Like I think we talked about it. There just weren't enough of those like ghost encounters or whatever. Like, just what comes to mind is the whole braces scene, and like that's really about it. Like the only like really cool I
think what this one brings to the table is Reverend Kane.
Yeah, I mean he is creepy. Like he's like one of those old I mean he's a ghost. And he literally looks like he's decaying before your very eyes.
Yeah. Beyond that, it's just a very generic follow-up to the first one.
Even, like we talked about everybody from the first one being in this one, you would think that would be the winning combination or whatever, but it just I don't know, it just wasn't great. But
all right, let's talk about the Innkeepers.
Yeah, so I didn't hate this one. Like I thought it could have been a lot better, but that's just me like having a different expectation from the movie, I guess. Like the story I thought that they were going to tell, or the story that I guess I wanted to hear, maybe was not the story that they wanted to tell us.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just how it is. But But it's just one of those more like suspenseful movies where like you're waiting for something to happen, but nothing really happens.
Yeah.
And I mean, something does happen at the end, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh. And like, I don't know. It was just kind of anticlimactic and a little disappointing. And I was kind of like, man, I was really wanting more from this, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You all right over there?
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
I said what I thought when we reviewed it. I think it would have worked better as a found footage movie. I
Yeah.
think it would have been more suspenseful.
And I mean, it kind of
and
was. They
scarier.
had parts, you know, where they were like showing like his
Yeah, I just think that the whole movie should have been that, and it just would have. I just think it would have worked better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily
Because,
love
like you said,
found
there
footage.
was parts where it felt like it was that, but then it went back to
Yeah,
you know, regular
right.
film.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but it just I don't know.
Underwhelming.
Yeah,
Underwhelming.
a little bit.
Amityville Horror. I think we both really liked this one. Thought it was pretty solid.
I mean, yeah, I didn't like love it.
Lois Lane here.
I didn't love it.
Well, you made fun of her pigtails the whole movie.
Yeah, they were. It was pretty funny. Like the guy, what's his name?
James Brolin. Josh Brolin's dad.
Like he's definitely going for that like hunk. He's got the nice flowy hair, and he's got like a pair of jeans on with the shirt off.
The brawny man.
And he's like, it like shows his butt, and I'm just like, yeah. So it was just funny, but yeah, I talked about too in the review that we did on it. It just I was expecting the guy to go like more mad or like do something more like
he didn't go to those dark places that Ryan Reynolds went to in the remake. I think.
Right. I kind of like wish that we could have rewatched the remake of it to see like how they did it again, because I kind of forget. But I feel like Ryan Reynolds was like more like affected by this.
Yeah.
What do you call it? The house, whatever.
The entity that was haunting them. But I like this one. I appreciate it because it was kind of the beginning of this family ghost story kind of thing that we've seen repeated like hundreds of times since it came out. You know, The Conjuring really owes a lot to this this movie right here.
Yeah, you loved the bloody stairs.
The bloody
and
stairs.
House.
I was like, yes. The bloody stairs is awesome.
Yeah, he bumped up a score.
Bumped up my score and everything. Yeah, I give this like an 8.5 or something. Pretty high marks.
I think that was your phone.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what you gave it, but yeah, I mean it was pretty good. It wasn't one of my least favorites or anything. But yeah, so.
All right, move on to the Frighteners. What'd you feel about the Frighteners?
So,
you got that old man in the car?
Yeah, good old pervy old man.
Mummy humper?
Yeah, I Mummy humper. Wow. Oh gosh. So, yeah, my classic catchphrase is it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I feel like I said that so many times about a lot of these movies.
Was it this type of fun?
Please. Yeah, I don't know. This one was good. It was a little too long. And also, you know, I hate to think that it might have taken away from the movies, but from the simple fact that some of these, like we watched at the end when we were like trying to get them done, you know? And so like I would hate to think that like I liked them less because we were like trying to hurry up and get through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you really liked the last movie, which we're getting ready to get to here.
True. But yeah, I don't know. I like this. I thought Michael J. Fox was good. There, you know, not everything worked for me. Like we talked about, his relationship with the girl did not work for me.
Yeah.
It was weird.
She's kind of like a discount Annie McDowell is what I
it's just
saw her as.
Like as far as like the story goes, like I just like they both were widows and widowers, and they just kind of like got into the relationship so easily with one another. And then, like you said, they were making fun of the Grim Reaper at the end, or whatever you want to
Yeah, that
call
was a
him.
little weird. I didn't like that myself.
And it was just all a big joke to them after everything that they went through. Like,
Yeah.
it literally killed her husband. Well, it killed
Yeah.
both of their spouses.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, I don't know, it was just weird to me.
That was a
But
weird choice for ending.
the ghosts that he like had for friends or whatever, like they were pretty fun.
You commented on how he didn't act like he cared when his ghost friends got
Yeah,
taken
when
out.
his ghost friends died, spoiler alert if you don't know that, but I was like, why are they not making a bigger deal out of this? Like, they acted like he had been around those ghosts for a while or whatever.
Yeah.
They had their whole little thing going. Like, the ghosts would help him, scare people and make them think that they had haunted problems so he could make money or get his business or whatever. And so when they like actually died for real, just hit the table. Sorry, guys. He was just kind of like, oh well.
Yeah. Well, it's like I told you, like he was using them to help him in his little like ghost scheme.
Yeah,
So
I guess
maybe
so.
he didn't really
Yeah.
care about it. Maybe just Michael J. Fox just an asshole. Frank Bannister is an asshole in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always loved that movie.
And then, like you
it's one of
said,
those-
like he had that wife.
Yeah.
That they built the house with, and then they're just like plowing it down towards the end, and they're just like laughing and having a picnic, and I'm like, what the hell is this? You better not be acting like that when I'm dead from the Grim Reaper.
No comment. Maybe I will. Maybe that's exactly how I act.
Wow.
No, I've always appreciated this movie for the
that's not cool.
For the originality. I just think it's a very original.
Yeah, you said that you watched this one a lot too when you were a kid, didn't you?
Yeah, this is one I've probably seen like 40 times.
Yeah.
I loved watching this movie. I watched it with Ghostbusters and everything else. So
right.
One of my favorites, and last but not least, is Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat. With little Sammy.
Yeah, so
it's a little friend Sam.
It's funny because I told you after the fact, I was like, you know what? I think I like actually really liked this movie. Like, I can see why there is such like a love for this movie or whatever.
Yeah.
I do think that it's a great movie to watch like on Halloween or like the night before Halloween. Like, it's definitely just like all the Halloween feels. Sam, is fun. Like, it's weird and
yeah. I like all the different stories.
Like I know some people talk about how he's not like in it a ton, but I think it's kind of cool how he's like just floating through the background, like of all the different scenes.
He's the through line through.
Yeah, like he's back there just absorbing everything, like, taking it all in or whatever. And
he attacks in the beginning.
And
he attacks at the end, but then you find out that the end is circling around to the beginning.
Yeah, and I liked how even for like a film like that, you think like it's gonna just be one of those like basic, not much depth to it kind of horror movie or whatever. But like even still, like I was still really shocked with at least one thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
The werewolves?
Yeah, like that really just like threw me for a loop. I was like, what that? Like, I was not expecting that. Like,
yeah.
Like, from the beginning, like I thought that they were just normal girls. And then like when they got to the campfire or whatever, like I thought that they were vampires or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, maybe they're vampires. But the werewolves thing, no idea. I was like, what? And then that just whole scene of them transforming into werewolves. And I'm just like, but then like, of course, like they like kind of like did the whole like sexual spin on it, which I always like roll my eyes at because, it's just like, they're like all rubbing all over their tits and they're just like, ah. And I'm just like, really? Come on. Like, why do we always have to do this? Like, sometimes that just gets on my nerves, like how, women are just like, like super sexualized in horror movies. Like, I get that it's like a thing or whatever, but it's just like, come on, like, let's see some dudes like doing something.
We just talked about James Brolin and Amityville
Yeah,
Horror.
but we're talking about 1970 whatever. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so the like werewolf thing was kind of a nice little spin on it, because then they're like ripping their skin off and they're these hairy
I like
beasts.
the way that they transform.
Yeah,
Like you were saying, it's a little weird, but it was just like they just rip their skin off and then they're hairy werewolves.
Right. Yeah. So it was kind of cool that it's like, oh, they're not these like sexy hoes. They're hairy werewolves. So
horrible beasts.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I could definitely see myself watching this every Halloween. Like I really could, because it's like nice and short. And yeah, it's fun. So there you go.
Maria says Silence of the Lambs is awesome. I found the 4K. Awesome. My Killer Podcast here says, love Rocky Horror. Love me some Meatloaf even more. I like Meatloaf too.
I don't know.
Meatloaf. He was the guy that got chainsawed.
Oh, I know. I know who he is. I just can't imagine like saying that you love him. I don't know.
I love Meatloaf.
Like the food?
No, the singer. He's got the voice of an angel.
Well, I mean, he literally like sang like half a song or something.
Yeah,
so.
but I know what he sings outside of
See,
Rocky
I
Horror Picture Show.
You'd have to play it for me. I don't know, but
I like the first Poltergeist. First Poltergeist is a classic, and I think that's why the second one's an okay horror movie. It's an okay, but when you compare it to the first one, it just doesn't live up.
Yeah.
Delayed says Killer. Let's see. Hands raised. Basement Blue says that I had a hard time enjoying the Innkeepers. Yeah, same here.
I will say though about the Innkeepers really quick. Tim Talks Talkies. How do you say his name?
Yeah, Tim Talks Talkies.
He had commented on the video about the Innkeepers because it's like one of his favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And he had talked about how he just kind of looks at the movie as like one of those like slice of life movies. And it's just like, it's just so happens to follow these two innkeepers, and it's not really about like the ghost and stuff. It's just more about like them and like what they're experiencing that night and weekend or something. I don't know. So anyway, he said that that's just how he kind of looks at it and why he's not really like let down by it, I guess. But so I thought that was interesting. So
Lapkey Vision says, I would love for you guys to do a review of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. It's one of my favorites and was a hit when it came out back in '92, but no one ever
Have you ever heard of that?
It. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that.
What is it about? An evil baby?
It's I don't know. I think it's like one of those like babysitter seduces the dad maybe kind of story, but then it's like she's a maniac who tries to kill the family.
All right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think of in my head.
It seems like you kind of know what it's about.
Yeah, it's now we got the poll open that we can do polls on our YouTube community tab page thing. Yeah. Maybe we could start like doing polls.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
For movies that you guys want us to watch. You know?
Yeah.
That could be a fun thing to do.
Right.
Maybe like once or twice a month we can do those kind of first time watches.
Yeah.
Speaking of James Brolin, have you all seen The Car? It's one of the best, wildest Jaws ripoffs. I have not seen The Car. Love Amityville. The second one, Possession, is good too. I've heard good things about the second one. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for the fun evening. Thank you for being here, Gus. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
The Frighteners was a fun little ditty. MJF is amazing.
A ditty.
I agree. Michael J. Fox is awesome. I love the movie The Car. Aren't we supposed to get Frighteners 4K at some point? Yeah, it was supposed to come out like from Arrow Video at some point, and then I haven't heard anything about it.
You know you'll get it.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle has my favorite Ernie Hudson performance. Made me cry as a kid. Really?
Oh, all right. Are you sure? Are you sure it's the same movie?
I don't know. Frighteners is good. Haven't seen it in years. I don't need more Michael or Jason or Freddy. Give me some more Sam. I can't deny I love Michael too. Yeah, I would love some Sam. I would love some Sam.
I know you mentioned you would like kind of like a backstory of Sam or like more about Sam.
Yeah. Dude, TTs don't quit have the same effect. I don't know what she means by that.
Oh, dude's titties. I get it. Because I was talking about showing guys.
Oh.
Like rubbing on guys, like instead of girls rubbing on themselse. Exactly.
I must have missed that part.
Because girls are just sexier.
Is that what you want? Well, fine. Patrick Grant says, hello, how is it going tonight? What's up, Patrick? How you doing, man? Do you want to rank these real quick before we get off?
Do we have time? I don't know.
Let's do it real quick.
I don't know.
Let's do it real quick. We promise.
You know we're gonna get.
I haven't heard our daughter rustling around here in a second. I think we have enough time.
I don't know. She'll be busting through here. You'll hear her laughing in the background like a scary movie. Oh,
the only problem with this is I don't know how to do I know how to do it on my phone. I just want to
see. You don't even know how to do it. It's okay. Just. I thought you had done this before.
Okay, edit or delete this list.
Haven't you done these on your lives before?
Yes, I have.
Do you forget though? Has it been a while?
It's been a while, and then there's also I can't see.
What do you mean you can't see?
You know, the lights in my face, and I'm trying to figure out how to do the numbers on there.
You have glasses.
All right, we'll do it like this. What would you put it dead last?
I mean, can they see that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, barely, but you know, probably better than we can.
Oh. Yeah, get rid of that ad over there. Dead last. See, this is just going to take me too long. I like am so indecisive. Dead last.
Well, we'll go from the first to last. I think that'll be easier. We're going to go Trick or Treat number 1. I think that's probably your favorite, correct? Or would you put Misery? It's probably between those two, right?
I don't know, but you can put those up there.
Trick or Treat, Misery. I would put Return of the Living Dead up there. I would say that was one of the better ones we watched. Sleepaway Camp, Silence of the Lambs. And then I would probably put in Frighteners.
See, I feel like we would have two completely different lists. Like if you went by what you truly
no, I don't
enjoyed.
Really think
so. I would either have Suspiria last.
I'm pretty sure you'd have Suspiria last,
and
you
then
had no enjoyment.
Rocky Picture Horse, yeah.
And then maybe
Poltergeist, and then Firestarter,
and then hold on, did I do that right? And then Firestarter. And then Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Or no, probably move that up. Put Innkeepers.
I don't know. I kind of think Firestarter might go below Poltergeist.
Think so? It wouldn't for me, so that would be your choice right there.
It wouldn't for you? You like Poltergeist 2 less than Firestarter?
Yes, I like Firestarter more than Poltergeist 2.
Really?
I like Rocky Horror Picture Show better than... I would probably put Rocky Horror Picture Show above Innkeepers, to be honest, but...
See, I told you we would have two different lists here.
Yeah. And Suspiria definitely would not be last for me.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Suspiria would be like...
That's what I said.
Would be up here in like 3 or 4 probably.
Ooh, I don't know. This is hard. I'm not great at I just cannot decide.
Well, I think this is pretty good. Suspiria, Rocky Horror, Firestarter, Poltergeist, Innkeepers, Scary Stories, Amityville, Frighteners.
See, I would have Silence of the Lambs down further.
Below the Frighteners? And Amityville and Scary Stories?
I would have it probably below the Frighteners.
Okay.
Below
Amityville? Would you put
Probably so.
And you would put Scary Stories above? Would you stop right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, God, you're really going to put scary Stories before
Did you like
Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, Jesus. Return of the Living Dead, did you like that more than Misery?
I don't know. I think it's fine there.
Okay, and then Sleepaway Camp's good at 4. Or would you move the Frighteners up and Amityville above it?
Yeah, I'd put Sleepaway below the Amityville Horror.
You move it down here? Okay. So Sleepaway is better than Silence? Or would you switch these two?
I would switch those two.
Hot takes. Of course, I think that everybody would agree with you that Silence of the Lambs is objectively better than Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, that's gonna have to do it because if I think about it too much, I'll
number
start
13,
all over.
Suspiria. Number 12 is Rocky Horror. 11's Firestarter. 10's Poltergeist. 9 is Innkeepers. 8 Scary Stories. 7 Sleepaway Camp. 6 Silence of the Lambs, 5 Amityville, 4 Frighteners, 3 Return of the Living Dead, 2 Misery, and 1 Trick or Treat.
Okay, I think I can live with that list.
All right, I'm gonna save that.
Okay,
that's it. Let's get into the chat real quick. See if we.
I'm still laughing at dude titties don't have the same.
Says, "Yep, you got me, girl." Ken, what are you watching tonight? I will be watching The Back of My Eyelids probably because I got to go to work.
He has to go to work
in the morning.
Yeah.
And I had to work today too,
and I'm not going to be watching
bonus.
anything either because I also have to work. I don't have to be up quite as early as Ken does, but
yeah. So we'll probably watch some movies this weekend. There's some stuff that dropped on Netflix, Apple TV, the new Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah. Did we figure out that it was a movie, not a show?
It's a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably watch that. We'll probably watch. We may watch the Ryan Reynolds Rock Gal Gadot.
No,
big Netflix
definitely
extravaganza.
not.
You don't want to watch that?
No.
Maybe we'll watch Titan. You want to watch that?
What's that? Oh yeah, I actually do want to watch that.
It's a movie that is going to be super weird, and you'll probably end up hating.
No, but I actually want to watch that. I just didn't know that we could. Can you like rent it or what?
It's $7 to rent.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, I'm actually curious about it. I heard it's real.
Your thoughts on Titan? You know, it's directed by the same person that did that Cannibal like Raw movie.
Yeah, which I didn't see, but you did.
So I think it's a no. You watched it. We watched it together.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I remember
watching
the girl
it
like slow, like she's like in like college or something, and she starts like eating people.
Yeah.
Eating skin or something.
Yeah. So I don't know if Titan's a French film, but I know that the Raw is.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Titan
Yeah. I think I remember.
Might be a French film too.
I was thinking of another movie. I can't think of what it's called.
And then I've been debating on renting Lamb for $20, but I don't know if I want to do that.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
do really want to see Lamb, but we still got the Green Knight in there on Blu-ray.
We need to watch that too.
There's a lot of stuff we could be playing.
Always
Don't Breathe 2's at the Red Box we could rent.
Oh, is it nice? Yeah, we got some stuff to watch for sure.
Stuff to watch. When we get enough movies watched, we'll maybe do another live stream, talk about them, or whatever.
I don't know. Our daughter
we'll
gives
give our
me
thoughts
anxiety
one way or the other.
Yeah.
Thanks again for the fun and spooky horror watch and review. Thank you all for being here and watching.
Yeah, sorry for the interruptions and.
Yeah, well, you walked out and I'm like, I felt like Garth off of Wayne's World. I'm just like, I can't do this without you.
It would just be
going up there to help you handle
again.
that. Yeah. And then we'll come back down here together. So PH says, I really love Cars.
What is that from?
Cars. I think they were talking about the James Brolin movie, not the.
But it's like in quotations, like it's a quote or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
She's gonna watch Deep Red. Deep Red is great. That's one that you would never watch with me, probably. It's an Italian horror movie. I watched it last weekend and reviewed it.
Oh, okay. What was that last one?
I'll also add The Hand That Rocks the Cradle to the list. Have a great night. Stay safe, everyone. Yep.
Gotcha.
Everybody stay safe. Everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Enjoy yourselves,
And watching me roll my eyes again as he pops up. You might as well do it one more time as he pops up the.
I'm not going to do it just because you're asking for it. It takes away all the. I'm going to pop this one up instead. That's my favorite character.
The Grandma Katy Perry, right?
That's my favorite character from the whole movie. And one more time. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Thanks again for joining us.